Okay, hello, Jeff. Are you seeing my correct screen?
Yeah, you are. We are. In fact, we are live right now. So maybe say hi to everyone else. But yeah, I see your introduction screen right now for the PowerPoint. Move your mouse around a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, guys, can you see Meredith's screen? Okay. Should be a PowerPoint presentation with two ridiculously good-looking people on there.
Cool. All right, well, I want to go ahead and get started. So I am Meredith Marlin of the SEO Intelligence Agency, and this webinar is how to create recurring income with affiliate SEO. And I'm your host, and Jeff Lenney is going to be the presenter for the content. I'm going to start us off here with a little intro, then I'm going to switch it to Jeff and let him teach you all some awesome stuff. And then
let me jump in real quick before we get started, if you don't mind, just to make sure. Everyone there, I don't see anyone asking questions. If you guys can hear us okay, just do us a quick favor and type out your name and where you're from in the chat box on the GoToWebinar. Because I don't see anyone typing right now, so I want to make sure that you guys can hear us okay and see. Okay, perfect. There we got Carl, we got Ryan, we got Daniel from Romania, Patricia from Bailey, B from Buffalo, Joe. Awesome. Okay, and this actually serves two purposes. Number one, I think it's really freaking cool to know where in the world people are listening from, and number two, it tells us we're working okay. So Meredith, sorry for rudely cutting you off. It's all yours.
No, you are the master at webinars and being the friendly, jovial type guy you are, so it's completely cool. I'm glad people can hear us. That would really stink if I'd started and nobody could hear it and see it. Anyway,
that's why I was checking. So step one complete.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So let's get started. So today's agenda, in our small amount of time together, my goal is to make a big impact in the following ways. So first, I want to create confidence where there was maybe some uncertainty. I want to provide clarity from any sort of confusion, and I want to unlock your true potential. So here's what I need from you. This is important to me, to Jeff, and to yourself. Implementation. So we're going to give you real solutions. Use them. Commit to act. I see so many people listen and just want to be voyeurs, and that's fine, but they just never take action. Bob Proctor says, and there I am with Bob, thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. So commit to act, to use. Anyway, how today came to be. So it started 5 years ago, maybe 6. Jeff, I couldn't remember. But anyway, this webinar has been a long time in the making. I first started working with Jeff. Jeff was a coach with the company I was previously with, and he was pretty awesome, and I hired him to do some stuff for myself, and I went back to try and find like some old emails, and I actually found an email where I'd sent Jeff $500. So that was almost 5 years ago. I was already paying Jeff for his magic. But through that, I watched him.
Guys, if I can explain that real quick, guys, what that was about. Meredith and I used to work together for Onyx Singal, and what she means is she actually hired me outside of Onyx to do some stuff for herself for her own business. So she was paying me SEO, could do SEO for them on the side as well. So she was so impressed with what I was doing for Onyx and his company that she actually hired me herself outside of that. So that's why that was from her and not from Onyx or someone else. Just to be clear on that.
Yes. Money out of my own pocket. That's how much I trusted him. But so through the years, I watched him work. Jeff was working a full-time job plus doing all of his side hustles, part-time SEO, affiliate, client work, whatever. Jeff would do it. He was also obviously the part-time coach for the previous company. Side hustle number 2, 3, 4, whatever it was, Jeff did what it took. And I watched him dig. He dug himself out of a lot of debt, and he dug himself out of the part-time side hustle. I watched him grow those side hustles into a full-time business. I watched him grow his family. Thankfully, somebody loves him. I'm just kidding, Jeff. A lot of people love him.
I agree.
And, I watched him grow from, randomly doing webinars here and there to, Jeff, I put over 300 webinars. I don't know, that number could be like 5. You've done some crazy amount of coaching webinars.
No, I'll be honest, Meredith, I think it was probably closer to 1,000, and I'm not even exaggerating.
Probably.
2011 through the very end of 2014, so 4 full years, it was probably well over 1,000. But yeah, it was quite a few, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad that I underestimated then. But anyway, wow, 1,000. I believe it. You did so much.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
And I watched him create. So he started to create consistent recurring income. He created the life he wanted, and he created systems that he now follows for his success. And he also created success in a lot of other people's lives. For example, the following were students from a mini course Jeff did back 2 years ago. Hey, Jeff, just wanted to say big thanks for your launch jacking training. I'd been launch jacking myself for a while, but it wasn't until I studied your material that things really started to click for me. Shortly after I'd been through your stuff, I did a launch jack that to date made me $2,650. And that was Jonas Lindgren. And then another guide. Jeff's course was a step-by-step guide for someone who wants to get involved in launch jacking. I implemented it and got a couple of sales using SEO tactics, free traffic, and other golden nuggets that Jeff reveals in his course. I recommend it to anybody who's interested in affiliate marketing, and that is just free. So now, how we got to today, part 2. So Jeff is consistently making bigger money, and this is a topic that sometimes it's kind of odd to even like talk about, because I don't know, your friends, your family, whatever, when you throw out big numbers that you make, sometimes people can't understand them. And so even when we talk about these kind of things, these type of numbers like kind of blow over people's heads because they can't fathom it. But Jeff has consistently now had these bigger, for over 2 years now, bigger paydays where, like right here, you can go and watch, you can find this on YouTube, where Jeff talks for a whole hour about how he made $35,000 in one day. That I understand that's kind of crazy, but this is what Jeff is consistently doing.
You know, it's funny, that still blows me away that I did that too. I still think back, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, that's just the humble side in you. But the other thing I wanted to point out is that these are not, you know, making $35,000 in one day, but he spent $34,000 on traffic, or he's making $35,000, but it was for selling a physical product where it's really on like 10% profit. These are digital products at super high profit margins. So when he makes these sales, yes, he has, you know, some overhead, but it's low overhead, mainly because Jeff uses outsourcers. He doesn't have a lot of full-time employees or a big office or lots of inventory. So I wanted to make that clear too, is not only are those numbers mind-boggling, but these are actual profit margins here. And Jeff's life has continued to improve. Now, Jeff is a jokester, so he's going to laugh at this. Obviously, his life doesn't look very fun there. That's his little boy, but I had to throw it in there. But no, seriously, I've watched him grow. I've watched him improve. That was him with his family, just took them to the Disney resort in Hawaii. Jeff's a great guy. He's a good friend, great friend, actually.
Thank you.
And the thing to me, too, is that he's proven he can help others be successful. So my question to you is, would you like to know how he did it, from the side hustles to the coaching to the consistent recurring incomes? And that's a rhetorical question. Of course you do. But I'm curious. I really am. Somebody asked me this the other day, money, and they asked me, what does it mean to you? And my answer was probably going to be what some of you guys say. You can type it in the chat box if you're, if you don't want to, that's fine. Jeff, I'm curious, what does money mean to you?
Freedom, one word, freedom. And I can, of course, expand on that. Freedom to do what I want, when I want. Freedom to travel, freedom to take care of my family, freedom to not have to worry about how I'm going to pay my next mortgage or my bills or, anything like that. It's just freedom.
Right. And so that was my original answer to the person that asked me that too. And she's kind of like a mentor in my life. But here was her answer: choices. And I thought it was interesting because I've never thought about it like that before, but it is true. It's like, yes, it's freedom, but more importantly, it's the choice, and it's more choices. And if you had more choices, do you think it would improve your life and your effectiveness? And this is sort of a tougher question, but I was really thinking about this earlier. It's like, and when this question was posed to me too, do you think that your life deserves more choices? And of course you do. And the other thing to think about is, in your life, if you're denying yourself more choices, and to you and your family, are you actively participating in yours and their despair? So anyway, we want to give you more choices. The choices, obviously, to make more money, which gives you the ability to have that freedom and flexibility in your life. So on this webinar, Jeff is going to show you examples of how he chooses products and makes money, and how there are a lot of choices for how to do it, depending on what you're interested in. Mainly here, he's going to give clarity on affiliate SEO and how he does it. He is also going to give you 3 products he recently found you could go after and make money from. So Jeff and I are close, and I know that he consistently is like searching and looking for things that he could promote or make money off of, or rank, not really promote. And I know that he finds golden nuggets here and there, but because there are so many fish in the sea and there's so many opportunities, even Jeff can't go after them all. So I asked him to think of 3 and to give them away on this webinar. These are things that you could literally go after and target yourself after this training if you wanted to. And then I also asked Jeff to do another give and give away one of his trusted backlink sources to give you more confidence. And we know that backlinks are magic, and everyone wants to know where to get backlinks. So it's like Christmas in October if you can give away products to go after and backlinks to people. So we want to give and give to you clarity and opportunities. And with that, I'm going to let Jeff jump right in with his show.
Things on my screen. Give me a moment, please. All right, go open up ClickBank. All right, so Meredith, if you can just right-click and make me presenter. Perfect. There we are. And let's see here. Hopefully, I show my left screen, not my right screen. When you guys can see my screen, let me know. Should this be a ClickBank screen on there? You guys see it okay? Meredith, can you see my screen okay?
I can see it. Let me see.
Okay, everyone else at home, yes, you can. Okay, you know, it's funny. I used to do a lot more stuff back in ClickBank. I know these numbers might be a lot for some people. This is not, I mean, not that I'm, you know, making millions every single day or anything, but I mean, this is not a whole lot for me. ClickBank is a network I have not been on that much. So I mean, consider these are actually pretty big numbers on ClickBank, even though I'm on a lot more networks lately than ClickBank. So it's only one of a few networks I'm on. I didn't want to share these numbers here. That's, you know, money for Vegas next month, but. What I wanted to show you guys was how I find products you can promote. In fact, let me show you one thing real quick, just for the fun, if it shows me here. I honestly, I'm not just, you know, being humble. I don't use ClickBank that much anymore. Here we are, paychecks. I mean, last year, 2016, I made 68,000. This year, 40,000, and that's not a whole lot. I did a lot more in 2015 and 2014 on ClickBank. I don't really use that a lot. I use it for a couple of launches here and there. I mean, I've got one survival product, maybe it makes me $100 a day off of ClickBank, you know, here and there. So, but it's not something I use consistently now. I do a lot more stuff on JVZoo and a lot of private networks, etc. But what I wanted to show you though was the ClickBank marketplace. I'm actually starting to get more back into this lately because you're going to find, you know, ClickBank, for those that don't know, is probably one of the most common affiliate networks. And what you can do is you're able to sign up for ClickBank for a free account, and you can find products on there that are by other people that you can promote for a commission. You know, for the most part, it's 50%, sometimes as high as 70, 80, 90% if you can send a lot of traffic and conversions as well. But if you go to the marketplace up here, the ClickBank marketplace, you're able to get a full list of everything they offer, and you can simply click on the category itself, you know, like betting systems, for example, or you can click on the drop down arrow next to it, to kind of expand to kind of subcategories there. And what I wanted to do was show you kind of a few things I look for. So one of the biggest niches in ClickBank is the e-business and e-marketing stuff. You know, that's the affiliate marketing training courses, etc. And ClickBank's where I got my first start doing digital marketing. First found out what it was maybe in 2007 or so, and I didn't start really making money on it until 2009, maybe 2010-ish. And when I first started off, it was just kind of a bunch of scammy products on there, and they for the most part, not everything, but they finally clamped down on things, and it's become a lot better, you know, for the most part. I mean, take surveys for cash, stay away, total ripoff. But I would say for the most part, though, the digital marketing courses are pretty phenomenal. So just out of curiosity, if you're familiar with ClickBank, you know, or not, you know, go ahead and type yes or no in the chat for me. Because I don't want to, you know, be too basic if you guys already know what it is. Okay, so I'm seeing a whole bunch of yeses. Anybody know? Okay, so I see a few no's. That's fine. So I'll try to do my best here to kind of please both sides here, but it's mostly yeses. So yeah. Anyways, if you go to the marketplace, you're able to see what products are available. And what Meredith asked me to do is, you know, she's completely right. You know, there's so many things that I find on a weekly basis on my own that I'm not able to really promote everything on my own. And what Meredith wanted me to do, I'm going to share with you guys a couple of products that I've found, but I haven't been able to go after. And recently, this is kind of funny, but ClickBank has started offering physical products only recently this past couple of years. But if I can write this down, that was a nano towels. Hold on a second. Let me type that there. Well, that's lovely. I can't find it now. Give me a moment. I'll find it for you there. Water Liberty. So you can tell I didn't rehearse this too much. Give me a second, please. I think it was a green product, because green products are pretty hot right now. I really know nothing about it, but see, battery conditioning, weird fabric. Here we are. So this is one. It's not the average dollar amount per sale is not a lot. So you got a few things. You got the average amount per sale. Hold on. Let me do this. Give me 1 second here. I haven't actually done a webinar in a while here. This is fun, but I get to do this. My highlighter. I love this. So I'm looking at this product right here. The weird fabric converts insanely high plus epic, you know, plus high EPC earning per clicks and low refund rates. So you got a few things. You got the average dollar amount per sale right there. That means on average that, you know, every dollar, every sale that you send for the most part is going to be worth about 20 bucks per sale for yourself. So it's not a ton, but you know, this is one product right now, and I'm going to show you my reasoning for this. The product itself is actually called Nano Towels. And if you click in it, it's going to open up a sales page, so I'm not going to go through now, but you'll see it's called Nano Towels, just up in the title tag and everything. I'm going to close that because it's annoying, but if you do it, a simple Google search for, you know, Nano Towels, and I do that within quotes. Now, obviously, for those that know SEO, there's obviously a lot more to do to check in competition than simply doing this. But I like to kind of check within quotes, because what that shows me is, that shows me exactly how many people have that exact phrase somewhere on their website. Nano Towels. Let me check the search volume real quick. The search volume for that one, if I recall correctly, let me pull it back up on my other screen here. I've got two monitors set up like many people do. Here we are. Hold on a second. Keyword planner. The search volume for Nano Towels on average is 2,900 per month, and it looks like it's actually fairly consistent for the most part during the year. It looks like I had some higher months. You know, August was 4,400, but on average for the past 12 months, it's actually been fairly consistent. You know, 3,000-ish or more. And of course, as you guys probably know, you know, of course, I have to have ads running on this account to view these exact numbers here. But yeah, it's pretty decent though. It's not too horrible. And you know, kind of looking at, you know, doing a bit of research on these keywords here, I found this is something I could probably rank with a brand new website, or even quicker, an existing health website in a month or so. I mean, if you look at Untitled for Nano Towels review, for those that don't know, what that does is that shows me exactly how many websites have that exact phrase in the meta title. It ignores everything else. It ignores the content. This is going to kind of show me exactly how many people are actively trying to target that phrase. if that makes sense. Can I enlarge my screen? Dale, I'm not able to enlarge my screen, but I believe if you click on view, you should be able to click on enlarge. I think 110 or 125 should give you a better view of my screen. But I've got a 22-inch monitor, and so if you've got a smaller one, it probably looks a bit smaller. But for those that cannot see my screen that well, it's already kind of as big as it's going to get. But I think it's view or options you can click on to enlarge your screen. And again, I can't check myself because I'm logged in as a presenter, not as a viewer, but that should do it for you. But nano towels review. So I don't really know what those are. It's some kind of healthy towel that makes it easier to use. So in this case, what I would do is I would do some research around nano towels. Scroll to the bottom here and see what people are talking about. So maybe nano towels versus microfiber, nano towels, water liberty. So in this case, what I would do is I would probably do a small review website. I would do a small review website maybe. It could be something as simple as nanotowelsreviews.com, or it can be something that sounds more authoritative, like authorityhealth.com, or I'm not going to go into too much detail now. That's something I cover more in my course. But what I would do is I would simply build a 6-page website. I would do one piece of content around that nano towels reviews, and I would do 5 other maybe supporting pieces of content, maybe around things that people search for like this. Maybe do nano towels really work? Nano towels versus microfiber. And again, if we click on that further and scroll to the bottom here, we're going to get more ideas of what people search for, how to wash nano towels. So, I know it sounds kind of silly, trying to do a small site around towels, but the competition for this one is actually not too bad. And if you can build a quick site, it might take you a day or two, and rank it for a few $100, it makes you $500 or $1,000 a month, I would say it's worth it. And if you're brand new to affiliate sites, I'm just going to be honest, you're not going to find gold right away. You're not going to find something right away like I did that made me $35,000 in a day or $125,000 that same week off the same product. You're probably not going to find that right away unless you get ridiculously lucky. I actually find a lot of my offers now via networking, but doing this and trying to go for something like this is really a great way to kind of get your feet wet and get started. And again, you know what? Once you're ranking for that keyword, it's going to be nice reoccurring income once you can do that.
So Jeff, let me pause you right there because see, you've been doing this for a while now, and you're kind of spoiled by your big numbers, but I think that most people, what they're looking for and would be ecstatic with is something that would make them $500 to $1,000 a month recurring.
I got you guys covered.
Yeah, and two, it's like the quote I go back to. It's like you get what you need until you can get what you want. So you start with the products that you need to make the recurring income, and you start to build up your arsenal, and then over time the bigger products will appear. But yeah, I think that you're kind of spoiled, but for most people, $500 to $1,000 from a site would be amazing.
No, that is fantastic. In fact, I still build sites myself right now to make that amount, because I know it's more recurring income, and I can even sell them later for 3 times the monthly value. So.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about that. Oh, yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, a friend of mine built a site recently. It was on Amazon, and I forget the niche. It was something like blenders, like the best blenders or toasters or something you wouldn't think about. And he was making about $1,500 a month on Amazon, and he sold that site for $36,000. And I'm not making that up. So $1,500 a month, which is nice. That's nice reoccurring money. But a lot of people with money, they just want to buy stuff that's making them money. That's why a lot of big businesses now, big Wall Street brokers, big investors, they'll wait till something's making millions, then they'll buy it out. They don't want to buy something in the starting phase. They want to buy something they can profit off of right away. So it's quite easy to flip something for 2 or even 3 years the monthly value, as long as you can prove that it's reoccurring and pretty hands off. Now, Nano Towels might not be a site that you can build an authority site off of, but it's still one thing you can do fairly quickly here. Now, something else I found, I want to get into a second product here. It's actually by the same company, believe it or not, by Water Liberty, but it was called Magnetic. Let me see if I can find it here. And I just found this one. I found this one a couple of weeks ago, and I still don't really know what it is. But it was also by the same company, but it's by Water Liberty, and it's called Laundry Magnets. Now, this one pays a bit better. $51 per sale, which is not bad at all. And just to explain the rest of the stats, guys, in case I kind of jumped around too quickly, which I tend to do sometimes, Meredith knows, you got a few things here. You got the average amount per sale, so it's $51 per sale for yourself. The average commission per sale, that means they pay you 45%. The average rebuild total is 0. So what this means is there's no upsells. Like if I was selling this product, for example, and then maybe you bought it and then I had something else for a monthly fee, maybe like a laundry newsletter, which is of course silly, but you get the idea though. If there was something you can promote in the back end for a monthly commission, that would be there. So basically all this means is this is simply paying you $51 per sale, period. And if you look at the gravity, what the gravity means of 25.05 is that means at least every 30 days, at least 25 affiliates are making at least one sale of this per month. So here's the thing. People always look for the high gravity things. I necessarily don't, because one of those affiliates might be making 2,000 sales per month. We have no way of knowing that. So what I like to do is, as I showed you before, is I like to check the search volume in the Google Keyword Planner, because that gives me a much better idea. So this one was called Magnetic Laundry Systems, I believe, or Magnetic Laundry System. And so if I do a search for that, the search volume is a bit lower, you know, it's $1,300 a month, but you know, of course it goes up and down depending on the month, etc. But you know, again, it's $50 per sale. Magnetic laundry system. I mean, this is a site you could build. You can even start doing other content on dryer balls, for example. I wouldn't have even thought 18,000 searches a month for dryer balls. Rolling laundry cart, laundry hampers. So here's what I would do with this particular keyword is I would build a small website, and I would do my first content piece around magnetic laundry system. Now, what I would do is I would also go to their JV page right here. That's going to be the page for affiliates. I would find their contact information. I would shoot them an email, and I would ask if I could get the product for free because I want to do a review of it. And you know, just mention you're an affiliate, you do SEO, you're going to be building a new website around their product or even around that niche, and you would love to do a review of the product. I would say I get access to probably 99 out of 100 things I ask for. And even when people don't know me in a niche where I'm not known. I mean, I'm well known in some niches. There's some niches like laundry magnets, for example, which I didn't know existed, where of course nobody would know who I am, which is fine. But it's pretty easy to get access if you simply talk like you know, if you speak like you know what you're talking about. So Dave had a great question. Dave had a few questions I'm going to answer. Dave said, do I focus on gravity? And I think I kind of already answered that. But I look at gravity and I look at search volume because, Dave, you know, you might have a gravity of 3 on a product, which means only 3 people are making sales every month. But, you know, again, one of those affiliates might be making 10,000 sales per month. We really have no idea. So the gravity is 25. The search volume is 1,300 a month, but what I can also do though is I can also write other content that might talk about things that I could refer people to. I could put a widget in the sidebar promoting this. I could do links at the end for, you know, my favorite way to. I don't know what this thing does yet. Forgive me. You know, my favorite laundry tool. And again, I know that really sounds silly, but this is stuff people search for. I don't even know what this is. I haven't looked into it more than doing the initial research. But if we look at this, though, again, this was called magnetic laundry system. So I mean, again, what I do to kind of give my initial look is I do a search in quotes. And if something's less than 200,000, I know I can do that. So it's 117,000 results in quotes, which is not bad. But again, you can also kind of break things down a bit further and look for entitled. And again, what that entitled will do is show me exactly how many people have that phrase in the meta title, 578. But I can take it one step further and maybe add the word review to that, 201. So I can tell you guys right now, if I did a review on a brand new site for this product, I would probably do at least 1,000 words of content, if not more. I would say the sweet spot to shoot for, this is an SAI secret, by the way, but it's probably about 1,300 words. On average, that's where you're going to rank the best on page 1. So I would shoot for, you know, at least 1,300 words minimum. And this is something I could probably rank a brand new site for this phrase right here, I would say within 2 to 4 weeks, in the first probably 2 or 3 pages. And again, as I start to build out more content on the website, build internal links to those other pages, etc., And you guys familiar with internal links? I love to use Wikipedia, for example. I'll show you guys what I mean. If you go to Wikipedia, if you do a search for Ford Motor Company, for example, Wikipedia should, here we go. Wikipedia is always on page 1 for pretty much anything you search for. You'll see is whenever they mention something, the Ford brand, Ford Leo Ho, Chang'an Ford, Ford family, General Motors, whenever they talk about something that they also mention on their same website, they link to it. And this does a couple things. Number one, this is going to help pass the authority from this page to the other pages being spoken about. Number two, that's going to give me someplace else to go. So instead of leaving right away to find out about General Motors, I can simply click on that link right there to go to the GM page. So I kind of call it the Wikipedia method. And I know Matt Cutts, the former head of Google Web Spam, was asked if there's a thing is too many internal links. And he actually said no. He said 1,000 is going to be fine as long as it's relevant. And again, I always use Wikipedia again for a reference. They've got a ton of them here. So whenever relevant, always link internally to other pages on the site. It's going to help you rank much better. Let's see, Daniel's asking if I use siloing. Siloing is kind of a more advanced SEO method for a website. Yes, I do, Daniel. When I'm building Amazon sites, for example, I do siloing. Thank you, Dave. I'm glad Dave said that was a great example with Wikipedia. Thank you, Dave. So yeah, siloing is not something I really do with digital product sites so much. I mean, I suppose I could for maybe questions, but I use it for Amazon sites all the time. For my digital sites, no, not really. I never have. But yeah, I'll get on siloing. If you guys join my course, you can ask me about siloing towards the end, and I'll try to give an example of that. Okay, Dave's also asking about if I recommend starting off in the internet marketing niche or other niches. Yeah, it depends. It really depends on you. A lot of people say follow your passion. And, I say follow the money, I've made money before on Amazon selling unicorn slippers. And, I'm not the most macho badass guy in the world, despite my appearance and everything. But yeah, I can't really say I'm passionate about unicorns or slippers. And those have both made me a lot of money in the past. Again, laundry magnets, I still to this day have no idea what those are. I simply looked at the page to see if I liked how it looked. I just know it's some healthy way to do laundry. I don't know. I'm not.
So just so everybody's not like WTF, like, is that like a scam? Somebody just sent me a message and said that she swears by laundry magnets. It beats soap any day. So it's like, I guess that's the eco-friendly, healthy person. This person is like super healthy. So you just never know what people are into, but obviously there's probably a big following for laundry magnets.
Awesome. Thank you, Meredith. I love it. Perfect. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, honestly, any niche. I mean, if you're going to do launch jacking, which is what I'm going to be covering in my course, and I'm not going to get into that too much now, but launch jacking is going to be essentially a ranking for a product launch before it comes out, which is what I do. I don't do it so much anymore. Now I go for more authority websites. But in my course, what I'm going to be teaching you guys, for example, is how to make some initial income with launch jacking. But you don't want your focus to be just on launch jacking. You really don't. So you want to invest and build your sites to be bigger and better. You want to focus on the recurring income, because it can be very stressful having to find launches to rank for all the time and hoping you can rank for and convert it. So that's why I build out more authority websites now that I know can make me money while I'm in Hawaii, or flying out to the East Coast, or on a cruise in the Caribbean, or whatever. I don't have to constantly be trying to find stuff to rank, which is it's a fantastic business model, but it's not something you want to do for life. I want to find something I can build and sell later. But launch jacking, though, in my example on my course, which is all live, by the way, I'm going to show how that can be done in the affiliate marketing niche, the internet marketing niche, to make money online niche. Although when you break out and expand out, you'll find you can do that in many other niches: finance, real estate, health and wellness, internet marketing, and yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do there. So if you're going to go for launch jacking, the best way is going to be the internet marketing niche. But the reason I like ClickBank and these other products right here is this is not going to be as competitive as one of the top products on in affiliate marketing, like on ClickBank, like Google Sniper or Internet Jet Set, which are both really ridiculously competitive. So I mean, you can do either or, but I would say this would be pretty easy to rank. So yeah, laundry madness. I did not know that was a thing until a couple of weeks ago, And I'm glad to hear they work. That's awesome. So, and the third product, and this one I think has a lot of potential for building out even a much bigger site, but it's one called His Secret Obsession. And oops, hold on a second here. And this is a dating product. If you look at this, it's got an average payout of just under 50 bucks. You got a gravity of 94, so it's going to be, it's making quite a bit of sales. It's got quite a bit of buzz. And I'll tell you guys, one of the first authority sites I built was probably 4 years ago. It was actually in the female dating niche. It was advice for females. And this product was not around then, I believe. But I'll tell you guys what, any lady here can tell me, females tend to buy more based on emotion. And so it's much easier to convert. Now, of course, you don't want to take advantage of that. Please do not. Like it's a fun niche to get into. And if you look at His Secret Obsession, it was 108,000 results and quotes, which is not too shabby. If you look at His Secret Obsession review, it's 63,000. So it's a bit more competitive. But if we go to Untitled and look at this, it's 1,650 results. So I wouldn't say it's something you can rank for right away, but I would say this is going to be much easier to rank for than something more competitive. Now, Dave is asking, do I only promote products I've used and believe in? Dave, that's an awesome question. Yes and no. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. I've been doing this long enough that I can tell you right now, if you tell me someone's name in this industry, I'll say yes, that person is awesome, or no, stay the F away. They're just ripping people off. So I can tell you now, for example, if Dory Frank puts something out, if Onyx Singhal puts something out, if Aiden Booth puts something out, if Jeff Lenney puts something out, it's going to be high quality. I don't care what it's about. I don't need to know what it's about. I'm going to promote it because that's good quality stuff that's going to make me money because it's quality stuff, and it's going to make my customers and my list money as well because they're going to have success with that product. So if it's a new niche, I do like to contact the person, the product owners or the affiliate manager, and I do like to get access to it. Awesome, G-Scan. I'm not going to say what you did, but we got people already taking action. I'm not going to say too much more than that, but that's awesome. But yeah, I always get access to something before I promote it, every single time. And if they don't give it to me, I buy it because I want to make sure that it's quality stuff. For example, a couple years ago, I got into the survival niche. I'm not really a survivalist. I think it's kind of fascinating. I love, shooting guns like every red-blooded American. But I'm not really much of a survivalist or an outdoorsy type person. But I was able to build up a pretty nice website, and I was able to get access to every product I knew about what I'll do. In fact, if you look at any of my reviews on any of my websites, you'll see I always go through it. I don't really have time to cover now, but I basically give a full review of the product, and that's something I cover in more detail again. Plug in my affiliate marketing course. I show you guys kind of the exact format to do it. In fact, what I'll be doing is I'm going to be building a site live. I'm going to build a brand new site live, and I'm going to be ranking that live as well. Hopefully live. Hopefully I'll be ranking it live because I've only got 4 or 6 weeks, but I'll be doing the whole site build live myself on the webinar. A few people have asked who builds my sites for me. I build them myself. And again, I'm going to show you literally every single step 100% as to how I do it on my course, but I build my sites myself. I know that's something I could be outsourcing by now or sending to a VA, but I'm pretty, I'll just say I'm pretty anal about how my sites look. So that's something I haven't really given control up on yet. I do outsource a lot of my content because I found a few really awesome writers that I love and trust, but I still build every single one of my sites myself. So yeah, I still build every site on my own myself. So yeah, let's see here. Live site example sounds pretty sweet. Yeah, it does, Dave. Definitely. Yeah, guys. So let's see here. So that's my third one. So I covered 3 examples here, 3 example products. And if you want to take a quick picture of that, if you didn't write those down, grab your smartphone. You got a few seconds. We got Nano Towels by Water Liberty. I still don't know what that is. Magnetic laundry system, also by Water Liberty, and His Secret Obsession. And I'll tell you guys what I would do before you guys start buying domains right away. One thing you could do is, if I was going to rank this site here, and don't do this now, you can do a couple things. Number 1, you could buy something like this, His Secret Obsession Review.com. Now that's awesome. That's going to give you a slight boost in the rankings, believe it or not. A couple of years ago, exact match domains or EMDs took a bit of a hit, but now there's so many. I mean, you can't not have an exact match for something. So this will kind of give you a short-term boost. But what if I want to start promoting other things later? What if I want to start promoting something like text the romance back? You know, that'll work, you know, but it looks a bit funny. So what I would try to do more than simply doing this, and again, this works. If you're doing this, that's fine. You can build a second site and rank both of them maybe, but I would try to go for something more authoritative. I would try to go for something that I can build onto and expand. I mean, I don't want to give away any. I've got 2 sites in this niche still, but if you look here's one. Love Dignity. That's not mine, but lovedignity.com, for example. That's something that you can build out and expand upon. Starbright.org, beirresistible.com, menobsession.com, self-help products 365. That sounds okay, but yeah, I would try to build something that I can expand on later. Daniel's going to ask if I'm going to share my content writers. Daniel, no, I'm not, and the reason is I've got 2 writers that I love and use a lot, and I can't be sharing those with a couple hundred people. But I'm going to show you guys exactly how I find writers and the exact process I do, and it's actually pretty easy to do. And the nice thing is you don't have to pay a dime if you're not happy with the content. So yeah, I cannot show my writers, unfortunately, because I'm keeping them both pretty busy. But I'm going to show you guys exactly how I found them and the place I also found them from. So I would go for more authoritysite.com. You know, as an example, I mean, you know, relationshipadvice.com. or relationshiptips.com. You know, I mean, if you guys, you know, want a simple comparison here, let me see here. I'm going to make a valid point. You guys are going to love this. I think I've already kind of made the point, but which one of those looks better if I'm going to promote text the romance back? 1 or 2? Obviously, it's going to be number 2. It's something that's more brandable. Ooh, now I love this question from Mark. Mark is saying, Jeff Newby here, can you make a full-time income from affiliate marketing? Mark, you most certainly can. As Meredith said in the beginning, you know, I was working, you know, I was kind of doing my side hustle. I would say on any given month, I make between, you know, I'm not a multimillionaire, but I'm very comfortable. I'm very happy. I'm in my home office right now in Orange County, California, in Anaheim Hills. I mean, any given month, I make, you know, maybe at the minimum $25,000, at the maximum, maybe $100,000. I've got something coming up in about 3 weeks or so that, if all goes well, should possibly make me between $100,000 and $250,000. That's a high-ticket promotion and a niche I'm not going to talk about, but it's not affiliate marketing. But yeah, you can very much make an income full-time from affiliate marketing. I mean, depending on where you live in the U.S., Mark, you know, $3,000 right now is gonna get you by pretty far. I mean, I know $3,000 in Orange County, California. You know, that's okay, I suppose, for $3,000. And you know, Boise, Idaho, for example, where my brother lives, as an example, that's full-time income right there. So it depends where you live. But yeah, you very much can make a full-time income with affiliate marketing. I've got a very good friend of mine. He's a lawyer in Beverly Hills. No exaggeration, he really is. Awesome friend, super freaking smart guy. He went to school full-time at Berkeley, Cal State Berkeley, for 4 years for university, and I think 3 more years for law school. And he does a fantastic job. He makes a lot of money, and he works 15, 16 hours a day. And I generally make more than him on any given month, for the most part. Not always, but for the most part. So yeah, it's funny. Dave said 500 per day would be sweet. Yeah, man. But even $50 per day, Dave, that'd be $1,500 per month. And any of these products right here, if you're ranked for those, if you kind of do things the way I teach you in my course, you can make $50 a day easily in any 3 of those. Easily. Absolutely. So. Meredith, am I missing anything? I've kind of been taking questions, which is a lot of fun, but I don't want to be skipping over the itinerary here. Is there anything I should be covering that I'm not? Or
No, you're doing great. The one thing that I wanted you to show them is one place that you can pick up backlinks.
Backlinks.
Examples of products. I think everybody here knows what affiliate sites look like. If you want to, you could click on some of the people that are ranking for this, or they could go back and see what these sites look like. But
yeah, by all means. Guys, this right here is my #1 place to get backlinks. Believe it or not, Facebook. Now, I'm not going to share my exact providers with you, but I'll show you where I found them. And the reason is they do limit how many links they sell per month. You know, I do have my own PBN, which is a private blog network. I do have my own, but for the most part, I just pay other people for backlinks. So if we go to the top to search, if we search for PBN, private blog network, and if we click on groups on the very top there, oops, hold on. There we are. You're going to see a bunch of different marketplaces. PBN, BHC, PBN Marketplace, the proper PBN group, PBN, SEO, and IM Marketplace. These are groups right here where people sell their PBN backlinks. They sell backlinks from their private blog networks. And I found the people that I use through here for the most part. So again, you can go do a Facebook search for PBN. These are going to be closed private groups, and you're simply going to find other sellers in there, people in there that are selling links on their sites. So don't just buy from the first person you see post. You know, go in there, see how people respond to people's posts for a week or two. You know, don't just buy the first one you see that sounds amazing and fantastic. But you're going to find people that maybe list, you know, backlinks for, you know, for the health niche, or for the wellness niche, or for the affiliate marketing niche, or just general backlinks as well. And they're going to find people selling those things all the time in there. So that's one of them. The proper PBN group, the BHC PBN Marketplace is another amazing one. Here we are. So here's James Gregory. He's an admin doing guest posting for $50 per link. But I'll tell you guys what I would do. If I was going to build a brand new site out right now, let's say I was going to order 20 links, and let's say I was able to get 20 links for maybe $600. Now I know that's a lot. But maybe let's say I do 10 links for $300, and it's just as a random example. And let's say I've got my new authority website, and I want to rank for that nano towels tool. So I've got my blog post, I've got my review. This is my review. I've got nano towels versus blah blah. I've got how to clean nano towels. I've got other article. I've got other article. So I've got 5 articles right here. What I would do is I would send those 10 backlinks. I'd probably do 3 to here, maybe 2 here, 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, as an example. You want to send backlinks to every single page on your site. And the reason for that is you want it to look natural. You know, you're not going to simply build a brand new site and suddenly get 10 powerful backlinks pointing to one review, to one page. And again, this is something I also cover in a lot more detail in my course itself. But this is kind of how I would start. And of course, you would want to make sure you track your rankings as well. You know, once you order backlinks, you're typically going to see those completed. Depends on the provider. But I forgot to mention this, guys. In my course, I actually do show you 3 or 4 people that I actually do use. And I am actually, because it's all live, by the way. I don't script my course, just like I'm not scripting this right now. I just kind of have a basic itinerary, and I do stuff live. And if I mess up live, who cares? I'm human. I make mistakes. But I kind of cover exactly how I would do things in there, much more than I'm doing here. But this is kind of how I would start. In fact, I would probably do more like 20 links myself, for maybe $600. But if you're kind of low on, if you're on a small budget, though, you want to do this. Now, keep in mind, though, you're probably not going to rank right away with your first round of backlinks. You want to give it a few months. You want to be adding more content. You want to make sure you do internal linking from the articles to each other and to your reviews. So every single article right here should have a call to action to check out your nano towels review. Every single article right here should link to other ones when they're relevant. So if I'm talking about maybe nano towels versus blah, 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 for example, I might try to mention in this article about cleaning nano towels. I might link to this piece of content right here. And then, of course, in every single one as well, is I'm going to be linking, from these articles up to the review right here as well. But again, you're going to spend some money. You're going to spend some money to rank your stuff. You're not going to simply send 10 backlinks and rank immediately. It depends on how competitive something is. But what I'm going to be showing you guys is I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I build every single website that I do. For long term, for short term, I am one person. I never, ever, ever say do as I say. I say do as I do, and I show you guys exactly what I do. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, Facebook, guys, is a fantastic place to get backlinks. Again, you're going to find, here we are. Here's high quality, no PBN guest post. It probably is a PBN, but people lie about it sometimes. But I mean, this person's talking about this here, October 16th. I'm going to read some of the comments down here, read for feedback, maybe asking for samples as well. And what you want to look for in samples, by the way, and again, I cover this more in the course, but you want to make sure the links you want to make sure the websites look like real websites. It's obvious if they're built for backlinks only, or if they're actually a real website. So, and here you can buy a pre-built affiliate website. You can buy a PBN blog post for $35. That's actually pretty good. Here we are, 5 PBN blog posts, $35. It's actually not bad. So again, don't buy it right away just because the price is low, because you want to keep in mind you often do get what you pay for it. So this person might be new, they might be starting out, but they might have the best links on planet Earth. We don't know it. So do your due diligence, do your research, make sure you're not just going to buy because you're excited about the price. Amika, I hope I said your name correctly, Amika, asked, how quickly after registering this site do I send links to it? That's something I cover in the course as well, but usually I wait a couple of weeks. I mean, if I'm going to build out 5 articles, I'm going to drip my articles to post 1 every 2 days for about maybe 10 days or so. And I might do backlinks about a week or 2 after that. Daniel's asking if I use PPC to get traffic from my sites. Daniel, sometimes. If it's something not very competitive in Google, not very competitive with PPC, yes, I will. And we've actually got a guest on my course who's going to be covering how you can use PPC as well to really, I'll say, increase the impact of to increase your revenue on your sites. In fact, in the course, if you guys like, I can cover that as well. But I actually do a lot of PPC for my SEO reviews. I do PPC for product reviews to my website. And on any given month, I usually spend, I've got one authority site. All I say is in the health niche, health related. That's all I'm going to say. And I spend between $10,000 to $15,000 a month on PPC for that. And I get back about 3 to 4 times every month on ad spend. And all I do is I do PPC for the product name review. But I'm also ranking that same website for the same products in Google as well. So, don't settle for just being ranked #1. Settle for #1 organically and #1 for PPC. It's a fantastic way. And the more eyes you can get on your website, the more traffic you're going to get, the more conversions you're going to get. And again, that's something I'm going to cover in a lot more detail in my course itself. I mean, as you guys can probably tell, I can talk for hours. I really can. I mean, there's about 2, 3, 4 years ago, I actually did about 10 hours of webinars for an entire weekend for the Profit Academy launch. I hosted a full weekend long of webinars, and I was able to talk through that whole thing, and it was tiring, but it was a lot of fun. But I can talk for ages. And on my webinars in the course, I think we're doing about an hour tonight. On the webinars in my course, if I go for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I don't care. I want to make sure people are happy and people are satisfied with what I'm teaching. So if I go for a couple of hours, it doesn't matter to me. I want to make sure people are going to be happy with that, with what I'm teaching them. I like seeing people get results because it makes me look good, and they're going to buy from me in the future as well. So yeah. Any other questions, Meredith? You folks at home?
Yeah, you've got a few coming in there. Let me read them to you, so you don't have to get in the chat box. We'll just go through them. So Dale is wanting to know. I think Dale's talking about PBNs. Who writes the article that contains the link? Do they write the article, or do you send them an article? How many word article do you like to use? So I'm actually going to answer that because, I mean, we do a lot of PBN stuff over here. But Dale, that's PBN specific. And when Jeff starts in the course and he tells you how he drips, I'm sure those kind of things he will cover. Right, Jeff?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, just to be clear, we're not going to cover how you can build your own PBNs. That's a great method, but it's expensive to set up at first. In fact, my PBN network's about 20 websites. And I make a significant amount of money with what I do. I would much rather just pay other people to send me their backlinks, which is what I do for the most part. And I know other people that own PBNs of a few thousand websites that say, wow, Jeff, I wish I would have just done that. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I find them. I'm not going to be teaching how you can build them. That's a lot more advanced technique. And I'll be honest, it's much easier just to send a list of backlinks I want and pay someone a few $100.
And two, I can tell you guys that Jeff having a PBN is new. I know for years you didn't have your own PBN, so you can do this without your own, especially because there's so many people that create them now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Chris said, is it possible to track your sales with affiliate marketing, like to track the source of the sale?
It depends on the network, Chris. I mean, yes, you can with anyone. I mean, if you're going to be going into some of the more hardcore courses, I mean, the hardcore networks, for example, a lot of people set up tracking with, ClickBank, for example. If I show you ClickBank, if I go to ClickBank, so where am I going to? Dashboard. You can set up a tracking link within ClickBank, and you can find out where every sale is coming from. So let's see, amount 273. Hold on. Let me look at the past 15 days. Give me a moment, please. So here we are. Here right here. This says TID. That's tracking ID. That says JL widget. So what that is that's a sale for a product called Internet Jet Set. And JL widget is something I set. So I know that every sale that says JL widget came from the widget, meaning the sidebar on jefflenney.com. I've got, review. So you can set with ClickBank, you can set tracking code that tells you where the sale is coming from. Not all networks do that for you. But again, if you're getting hardcore into different networks, you can also buy tracking software that does it for you. So yes, you can track where those are coming from. When you're first starting out, you're going to be using ClickBank for the most part, probably. But yeah, that's something you can do. Daniel's asking if I can tell us one or two more sites other than ClickBank to get offers to promote from. Daniel, to be honest, we're running a little bit short on time. I hate to do this. That's something I do cover in the course. I show you how you can find unlimited amounts of networks to promote. But yeah, I do have quite a few that you can be used, and I'll be talking about in there. And John's asking where to buy the course. Yeah, that's right. So affiliate.
Yeah, okay, so let's flip back to me. You guys just do not beat around the bush at all, which I love. So I want to tell people.
Go for it, Meredith.
Do you want to switch the screen back to me?
Yeah, I can do that. Let me see if I can find you here. Webcam audio. Give me a moment, guys. I have not done this in a while. Sharing audience. Yeah, it's funny, guys. I've done these things. I've done thousands of these things.
Right. I can do this myself.
It's been a while. Okay, perfect. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So go ahead, take it away.
Let's see.
There we are.
Okay, can you see me now?
I can, yes.
Okay, cool. I know that you guys are chomping at the bit, but I just want to do a quick recap because it's already been an hour. So we learned that money equals choices, that Jeff turned his side hustle into a full-time life of abundance. We saw recurring affiliate websites. We saw where to find products. We found there's tons of choices for products. Jeff even gave 3 opportunities of products you can go after today. And obviously somebody went and bought the domains for those. So that's awesome. And then he showed you where he gets his backlinks. And so questions, did you find that exciting? It's just like last year at Rockstars, everybody loved Jeff's presentation. I mean, this stuff is just, I don't know if it's his personality, I think it is, but also this is exciting. I hope that you guys liked it too. Did you think that Jeff's shares were valuable? I texted somebody during this, I'm like, I can't believe all the stuff he'll just give away even just on a webinar. So thank you, Jeff.
You know, it's funny, Meredith. Thank you for that. If you guys can't tell, I don't know how to sell for shit. Pardon my French. I'm not a salesperson. I'm just kind of showing you guys exactly what I do. And it's very possible if Dory heard me talking, she would say, I'm probably telling you guys too much. And she said, Jeff, shut up. You're telling too much. But I mean, I'm just, this is what I do. And I just kind of share from my heart. I show what's working. And yeah, so I really hope you guys are getting a lot out of this. I'm trying to kind of give you guys as much as I can in the short time we have. So thank you, Meredith, for that feedback. And sorry for jumping.
But that's just who you are. And two, I think that even just from what was shared here, that it's fair to say that like what you showed, the techniques and strategies, would give everybody a significant advantage over anybody else that's trying to do this. And even with what you just shared, we saw somebody on this webinar already go out and buy the domain names, and they could take what you just showed them and use their own time and their own resources and probably figure it out on their own just from what you just shared. But the thing is that we do have a course. Jeff's doing 6 weeks. Affiliate SEO Pro is what we're calling it. It's an online 6-week training program. Step-by-step formula for crafting websites that rank in Google using SEO free traffic to convert shoppers to buyers and create recurring income for your bank account. So that means those people that, you know, you're looking to start one site, $500 a month. If you could do that, it would be amazing. And the way that Jeff is going to do this, it is going to be 6 weeks. It's all going to be live. So you can have this feedback with Jeff like you've seen a little bit here on the webinar. He has a strict itinerary to follow. I've worked with Jeff for a while, so I helped craft it. Jeff can be Superman and do 10-hour webinars, but we want to keep it to the point so you guys can go into this with structured itinerary, homework, and accountability, which is key, and get this done, build it week by week. So what's it cost? $297. So go to affiliateseopro.com. I want you guys to go to that site right now.
And by the way, guys, and initially we were actually talking about doing the course at a much higher price. I was really kind of pushing for $798, which we almost went for, but we thought it might be too high of an entry point for my first product launch. But you know what? As Meredith mentioned, if you guys can make $500 a month with one of these sites, or even more than that, you're just going to pay for it in itself. My biggest tip, you know, and this might sound cliche, but you know, make sure if you join my course, I want every single person to take action with what I teach them. I want my inbox flooded with testimonials of the success you guys are having. In fact, I still remember a 13-year-old Chinese girl, and I'm not making this up, emailed me that she made $10 online because of her first $10 online because of one of my YouTube videos I did like 5 or 6 years ago talking about marketing. And I remember that stuff, and I love that stuff. Yeah, so I don't want the testimonials from my own ego. I don't need it. My ego's in check for the most part, but it makes me, it reaffirms with me that I'm teaching you guys the right thing. And because when I see people succeed because of what I teach, and Meredith will tell you this, my wife will tell you this, Dory will tell you this, it makes me so ridiculously happy because I know I'm making a difference in the world. And that's probably also why we're charging a little bit less than I wanted to initially. I mean, the value is there, guys. I could have easily charged, you know, $997 for this, and people would have paid for it. People have offered to pay me that much for this course before we talked about launching it. So yeah, you guys, if you go to affiliateseopro.com, you can pick it up right now. And I believe we're starting the first live webinar next week on Tuesday.
I think it's Wednesday, but the cart closes for this tomorrow night.
That's right, it does.
So we start the training next week, but the cart closes tomorrow night. But I do have a special bonus that's not on the sales page that I want to make sure I get to. Jeff, I haven't even told you about this.
Okay, I'm excited. And by the way, guys, we're not just being funny. She has it. I have no idea what she's going to talk about next. So
yeah, and actually I have two. I added something last minute. So first, I do want to talk about the bonuses. The first 3 bonuses you can see on the sales page. But for those of you that don't know what the SA is. It's the SEO Intelligence Agency. It's where the test results are done and where some really, really badass SEOs hang out. And I didn't tell Jeff I was going to do this, but I went to 3 guys that are like the biggest contributors in there, and I asked them to do bonus webinars for this course to make sure we were taken care of in all areas. And so the first one is Kyle. Kyle Roof is the master of own page. He's going to come in and give his top 10 tips for own page SEO to do. This is awesome. Kyle's awesome. You guys may have seen him on a webinar before, but he rocks it with the own page. And then bonus number 2 is Derek Booth. He is the PPC master. So as you guys were asking earlier about PPC, we are going to have a bonus webinar about that. And so what Derek does is, so he has an SEO agency, but he uses PPC to find keywords that competitors are missing. And he also knows how to work the PPC where your ads or your costs for your clicks are actually lower than what it appears to be. So he can get much lower costs in the PPC. I don't know. He's kind of a ninja. So it's awesome. I was excited. He's speaking at Rockstar, so I formed a relationship with him. I was like, why not? Let's ask him, see if he'll do a bonus webinar here. He immediately said yes for Jeff. And the third one is Stephen Greeley, who's also super awesome and active in the SIA. And he has a specialty of his own, and it's called CROW. So it's conversion rate optimization. And that is once you've got your website in place, once you've got your rankings and you've got the traffic, then Stephen's going to show you what you can do to boost your conversions. So, you know, it's like, what's the point in getting a lot of traffic if you can't convert them? Well, Stephen is there to save the day. I'm personally super excited about this because I don't know anything about CROW, but it's something that we're interested in to learn. So I'm excited for this webinar. Bonus number 4. Some of you guys saw this the other day. We ran it as a 24-hour special. If you missed it, well, guess what? You can get it tonight if you buy. And so what this is too is that some of you guys might be familiar with WordPress themes, some of you might not, but anyway, themes often cost money, especially if they look really good, they're pretty, or if they have special features. Well, what we've done is we internally built a WordPress theme based off of the Genesis framework that has our SI test for on page built into it. So you're getting a theme that's already going to be set up that you can, you know, copy and paste and know what to do with your own page. So that's awesome. And 2, you have to buy themes. So there actually is a real value. This is not one of those like fake, and the value should be $2,997. Like, no, none of that BS. Like, themes really cost money. Like, I went to a site and I saw that, you know, random themes cost like $50 or more. But so the thing that Jeff didn't know about was that somebody on our team was just like, hey, we're giving this the theme. What if we set it up on their domain for them? I was like, wow, can we do that? And she was like, yeah. I was like, that'd be awesome because that eliminates a lot of the struggle for people. I mean, even for me, even for Dory, even for Jeff. I know sometimes you probably even, you know, oh, I could go after that, but you think about, oh, I got to get the site up. Well, anyway, we're eliminating that. So
can I buy the course? Can I buy the course myself to get that bonus?
Yeah, I know, right? So one of our programmers is going to take the theme and put it on your domain. So a working website for you. And I don't think this is even on the sales page, but all you'll have to do is copy and paste how to do your reviews like Jeff, and then you'll have your review up and your website up. And so too, that has a real value. Like the same company that was selling the theme sells a service right here. They charge $225 to set up the theme, including the theme and the WordPress on your site. So this is no joke. This is like what things really cost. So just these 2 bonuses right here together pay for your course in terms of value. So again, that's affiliateseopro.com. And I know that you guys are like bombarded and you say, oh, I have so much else going on right now. On top of all that, how do I have time to create recurring income? Well, I have a few questions for you, or, raise my eyebrows at you. Like, I get it. There are a lot of opportunities out there, more than ever, and you're being bombarded. So how do you know which thing to work on? Well, isn't it also true that we all have the same 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week? And it's not really how much time we have, it's what we do with our time we have. So in your mind, I want you to think about all the different stuff that you do day to day to achieve your goals, or just to get by, whatever you're doing. And I want you to really be honest. Like, are there things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that don't serve you? So with that mental list in your mind from start to finish, from the most important to least effective, what's the thing at the bottom that doesn't serve you right now? Where are you spending your time to grow your life? So I want you to think about some of the things that are at the very bottom that don't serve you. And I want you to just mentally cross that thing off your list, and there you go. I've now given you the time to do this course, because you're going to eliminate those things that aren't serving you. So the point is, it's like time is what you make it. And you and I know that this is going to be time well spent. So like I said, the bonuses alone are worth the price of admission. Just the 5 bonuses I quickly went over here. Kyle, the own page. The PPC Ninja guy. The Crow Master, which not many people even really teach this, much less are masters on it. And here you guys are going to get an entire session with him. Again, all 3 of these are live as well, so you can stop them, ask them questions. And then you're getting the theme, and most importantly, you're going to get it installed on your domain. So those of you, are you there? AffiliateSEOPro.com. If you scroll down, you're going to see some orange buttons. It's $297 if you want to pay in full. If you can't do that, you can get started for $89. That's crazy. I mean, really, that's amazing. But too, like Jeff said, is like he wants people to take action, and so do I. So, show me you're serious, and I'll show you I'm super serious about your success too. So find the orange buttons, either pay us $297 or pay us $89, whatever you need to do to get started. And then too, like, and I'll have this written on the screen so you can read it with your own eyes, but I want you to hear this, because I think sometimes when we hear things from the heart, it's even better. It's like, I believe everything in life happens for a reason. And I believe that you specifically were meant to get on this call tonight. Whatever led you here, I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what you're doing before this. I don't know what you're going to do after this. But you're here. You showed up. And the attendee rate through the end of this is crazy. Like, you guys have hung on. You're still here for a reason. And I really, really believe that you're meant to go through this course with Jeff. And just so you guys know, if you couldn't tell from the mess ups I had in the beginning, this is the actual first sales webinar I've ever done in my life. I have co-hosted less than 5, but barely just been on and kind of answered some questions. But I felt that I needed to be on here because this is how much I believe in Jeff.
Oh, thank you, Meredith.
Yeah, and this is how much I believe in you. And there are so many opportunities out there. And I'm in a place where I can see lots of opportunities, but I can also see what's working. And when we send those emails out, a lot of times I'm writing those emails, the ones about times are changing, and they are. And you guys, I mean, seriously, like, this works. And so I'm on here because I feel like if I didn't get on here tonight, the next week I would be like, dang, why didn't I do all that I could for those people? So much so that the unannounced bonus is, here's the deal.
What?
Go to SEOPro.com, buy, and then send me your receipt. Here's my email, and I'm going to respond with something special. I want you to have as many chances as possible to succeed, because I know how it goes. You'll get excited. You guys are all super excited right now. I get it. And a lot of you are going to buy. and then you're going to do great the first week, and then something in quotes happens. And guess what? I'm going to be there to make sure something happens all right, and that something is positive for you. But and two, if you're going to do this with somebody else, that's cool. I'll work with both of you. I know that a lot of people on our list are at the parent, even grandparent, or age where they can do this with a friend or whatever. That's great. I work with both of you. But speaking to the parents and grandparents, guys, seriously, if you have kids, if you have grandkids, buy this for them for Christmas. I don't feel bad telling you that. I mean, seriously, like our nephews will go through this. You heard Jeff say that he helped a 13-year-old make their first $10 online. Do this for somebody else if you're not going to do it for yourself. I do want you to do it for yourself, of course, because you're here for a reason. But if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it with somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys got it. Affiliate SEO Pro. And then email. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
If I can say something myself, I only found this out about 2 days ago. If you guys know Dory, of course you know Dory. You're here because you know Dory. She used to do a lot more affiliate stuff, but she doesn't do so much anymore. I found out just 2 days ago that Dory is actually going to be going through my course. And she set herself a goal to build one new affiliate site per month with what I'm teaching. So if you guys don't know, Dory is one of my mentors in SEO. Even Meredith and I have known each other longer than Meredith's known Dory. And we were talking about we were talking about Dory before they even met, and like how awesome she is. And I'm still blown away to be able to work with her on this, and the fact that she's going through my course. I'm like, the pressure is on now. I gotta make this thing awesome. So.
Yeah, and too, with that, the guys of you that know Dory or don't know Dory, she's awesome for her customers. If people email her and ask for anything, she makes it happen. And that's part of why I'm here too, is to make sure that we can fulfill anything to help with your success. So, and yes, she is going to go through it. Now, what she'll probably do is what she always does, is she'll build the first site and figure out how to teach somebody on the team to do it. But that's awesome. It's like building online real estate. Why wouldn't you do it over and over? If you could find one product a month and follow the system, why wouldn't you do it? So, yes, she is going to be in your course, and I hope that I'm the one that gets to hold her accountable, Jeff.
Love it.
No, but seriously. Thoughts become things, but you must act. You've got to go to that site. You've got to click on one of the orange buttons, and you've got to fill out the page and give us the money, because you're going to trade your money for our time. And you're going to send me the receipt for the special bonus that only people tonight are going to get. And then we're going to see you next week. Actually, I'll be out for a week, but when I get back from where I'm coming from, I'll be following up with everybody. I leave Sunday, but I'll be following up with everybody that sends in their receipt tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and when I get back, it's on. So that's it. I know that your time is valuable. I didn't want this webinar to be forever, but I hope that it delivered the value. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it changed your life, thoughts, mind in some way, shape, or form. And that's it. Jeff, do you have anything else you want to add?
Guys, you're awesome. Thank you, everyone that's coming. I know some people are here from Europe, which I think is probably 3 in the morning, maybe. But I just want to say thank you to each and one of you that is here right now. Thank you, Meredith, for doing your first ever webinar. That was awesome. You did a fantastic job. Thank you guys again for your time. Thank you guys for the feedback. Thank you for everyone that's already bought and came to hear me talk about it. Thanks for those that bought tonight. I am really pumped about this course, and we are doing everything live. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys succeed and hearing your success stories. And of course, offers of you guys to buy me drinks in Vegas. I'm okay with that too. But yeah, I am good. Other than that, thank you very much, Meredith. Take it away.
So somebody just said, can I say the URL out loud? And yes, the URL is a placeholder. It redirects you to the sales page. So no, this is not. I work for SEO Nitros. This is not an affiliate redirect for commission. This is going like straight to the sales page. It's just a lot easier for you guys to remember. Affiliate SEO Pro.com.
As opposed to, yeah, as opposed to SEOnitro.net / blah, 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 blah. So yeah, guys, it's affiliate SEO Pro.com. That is going to redirect to the actual sales page where you can get signed up, of course, and get those bonuses. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about this. I hope you guys are too. We're going to have us some fun. And as you can see, I don't really hold anything back. I tend to overshare a bit too much. So if you think I've shared a lot right now, just wait till we have 6 weeks together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be life-changing.
And for those asking, I'm putting my email in the chat box. So you've got to send me the receipt, and you got to send it to me tonight. Sorry, there's like 50 questions coming in. When is the training starts next Wednesday, but the course closes, like the cart closes tomorrow night. So you need to buy it before then or it's not going to be available. Awesome. Thank you for sending the receipts. Thank you. Yes, that's my real email. Like that's like obviously a very personal address. mjrr09@gmail.com. Thank you for sending. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you, Dory and team, for the bonus. Okay, awesome. All right, if you didn't do it, go do it. $89, like somebody just said in the chat, is dirt cheap to get started. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And guys, if I can add one more thing, actually, Terry had a question. Will this be recorded? Yes, the training will be recorded for members. We will be recording it. We will have it in the members area, usually by the next morning. And if I can add one more thing, if you guys are on the cuff on this, you may be thinking you'll buy tomorrow. If you buy tomorrow, we would still love to have you, but you're not going to get the bonus same. You're not going to get the bonus that Meredith's going to hook you guys up with tonight if you buy it right now. So if you're on the cuff, I would say pick it up right now. I mean, again, this stuff's going to be live. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, affiliate SEOpro.com. Get in and send me your receipt. Okay, virtual high five, Jeff. You rock.
Meredith, I'll see you next month in Vegas, and I'm sure I'll talk to you probably in a little bit. Thank you guys for your time. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for giving me your time. It's a blessing that you guys think of me and give me an hour and a half of your time. So thank you guys for coming to hear us talk and blabber for an hour. Meredith, you did a fantastic job also.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.